evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming our presentation. My name is Chisato. They are my co-presenter, Arisa and Riho. This is the last presentation. We are very glad to share our topic, ceremonial stages of life. First, Arisa will introduce Coming of Age Day. Second, I'll talk about Japanese weddings. Finally, Riho will share with you the life of seniors. Please enjoy our presentation. First presenter is Arisa.
Good evening again. I'm Arisa Isobe. Our first topic is Coming of Age Day. By the way, have you ever heard of Coming of Age Day? This is a day to celebrate the time when young people become adults, so it is a very important day in Japan. In this presentation, I'm planning to cover 3 points: the history of Coming of Age Day, traditional clothing worn for this special event, and regional differences. Let's begin by looking at the history of Coming of Age Day. Coming of Age Day is a national holiday celebrated every year on second Monday of January. This day was established in 1948. The Coming of Age ceremony is held by municipal governments in town halls. In general, there are new rights and responsibilities that are related to Coming of Age Day. Young people are considered to be adults at the age of 20. Rights such as smoking and drinking are given to them at this time. Additionally, they are expected to live with responsibility as an adult. In fact, ceremonies to celebrate becoming an adult existed for about 1200 years. Can you believe it? These are two of the oldest ceremonies at the time. First, Genpuku ceremony was held for boys whose age was 12 to 16 years old. The boys changed their hairstyles and put on a crown to celebrate becoming a man. On the other hand, the other oldest ceremony was called Mogi. Mogi ceremony was held for early teen girls. The girls started to put on a lot of makeup to show they had become women. They were also allowed to marry after Mogi ceremony. Moreover, Seinensai was also held to celebrate becoming an adult. It was held shortly after the defeat of World War II. Japanese people were depressed because of the defeat, so Seinensai was held to encourage young people of next generation. The Japanese government had a great influence on Seinensai. It spread throughout Japan. Seinensai is the origin of the Coming of Age ceremony. Now, let's move on to clothing for Coming of Age Day. Most women who attend the Coming of Age ceremony wear a special kimono called furisode. Let me explain furisode. This furisode is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes.
Furisode is a formal kimono for unmarried women. The length of sleeve is 30 inches or more. The sleeves almost reach the floor. Unfortunately, this is not furisode, so sleeves are short, but furisode sleeves are very long. This is a different point from ordinary kimonos. Furisode is for happy events. Finally, please look at the regional differences for Coming of Age Day. There are big differences between regions, especially Kyoto and Urayasu have the most interesting original styles. Let's start with Kyoto. Seijinsai is a Coming of Age ceremony held in Kyoto. It is held at Shimogamo Shrine. Shimogamo Shrine is a very famous traditional shrine in Kyoto. People who join seijin-sai can wear traditional clothing such as tateboshi and kariginu. Tateboshi is a kind of a hat, and kariginu was casual clothing for high-ranking people 1200 years ago. In addition, Toshia is also the coming-of-age ceremony held in Kyoto. Toshia is a target hitting tournament. At this event, highly skilled Japanese archers who become 20 years old gather and compete with each other. It is a seasonal event in Kyoto. Toshia was started 800 years ago. Next, people who live in Urayasu can experience the coming-of-age ceremony at Tokyo Disneyland. Many people think Disneyland is dream world, right? So, the attendance for the coming-of-age ceremony in this area is really high. More than 70% of young people join this event, while the average rate is only 44% in other areas. To summarize, Coming-of-age Day is a very important day for young people who become 20 years old because it is a turning point they become adults. They can wear traditional and variable clothing, and each region shows interesting original styles. Thank you for listening. Now, Sato will share with you about Japanese weddings.
Thank you, Arisa. That was an interesting presentation. Good evening, I'm Chisato. Today, I'd like to introduce Japanese weddings. Are you interested in Japanese weddings?
Yes.
There are two types of weddings in Japan. Some Japanese hold their weddings in church or hotel, but others go to a shrine. Among these, Japanese Shinto weddings are the most traditional ceremonies. Today, I'll share with you three things. First is traditional costumes. Second is important etiquette. Third is unusual ceremonies. Let's begin the first topic. The Japanese bride wears a white kimono called shiromuku. This kimono symbolizes that the bride will give up her family and become the color of her husband's family. Likewise, the groom wears a traditional Japanese clothing called hakama. Hakama is divided kimono. It started to be worn in the 40th century. Japanese bride wears a big round white hat called wataboshi, like this. Except for the groom, no one sees the bride's face before the ceremony. It symbolizes that the modest attitude and absolute honesty of women. Wataboshi is similar to the wedding veil in the Western culture. Now, let's move to the next topic. There is important etiquette when people hold their wedding. In Japan, it's believed that the day called Taiyan is the luckiest day. Many Japanese hold their weddings on this day. However, Butsumetsu is believed to the unluckiest day. Most Japanese don't like hold their weddings on this day. These rules came from the Chinese calendar systems in the 40th centuries. Next, giving gift envelopes is important etiquette. People who attend the wedding give money to the new couple. People put money in a special envelope and give it to the new couple. This special envelope is decorated with artistic cords called mizuhiki. Most people insert $300 per person. It's a little expensive, isn't it? Yes. Another important etiquette is seating order in Japanese weddings. Kamiza are the seats of honor in the room. They are the closest seat to the bride and groom. The bride and groom's boss and the former teachers sit in these seats. On the other hand, shimoza are the general seat. They are very far from the bride and groom. the bride and groom's family and relatives sit in these seats. These reasons came from the idea the bride and groom's family and relatives are considered to be the hosts. Finally, I'd like to introduce unusual ceremonies. In Japan, people can hold their weddings on the train. New couples reserve the whole train. Many artificial flowers are decorated in the train. Also, there are some attractive events, such as the bride and groom can eat special cake in the shape of the train. Also, there is a service that the station manager signs the marriage certificate. Have you ever heard of underwater wedding? Surprisingly, everyone can hold their weddings under the sea. Let's watch a short video. A bride and groom wear tuxedo and wedding dress on a wetsuit. They dive into 10 feet of water. The bride and groom are exchanging their wedding vows and making a promise to each other. The bride and groom sign the marriage certificate and exchange their wedding rings. Can you believe it? The divers who dive with the new couple through the flowers, sometimes the bride and groom's family and relatives watch the new couple from the observatory. In addition, wedding at Mount Fuji is one of the most unusual weddings. At the top of Mount Fuji, there is a shrine called Sengen Taisha. People can hold their weddings in this shrine. Before the ceremony, the bride and groom climb up to the top of Mount Fuji. Also, wedding guests climb up to the top with the new couple. At the top of Mount Fuji, many people bless the new couple so they can feel special. In conclusion, Japanese weddings have a lot of attractive points. A Japanese bride and groom can wear traditional and valuable costumes. Also, there is important etiquette that the Japanese cherish. New couples can make unforgettable memories in their special weddings. Thank you for listening. Now, Riho will share with you the life of seniors.
Thank you, Chisato, for sharing interesting information about Japanese weddings. I'm Riho. Our final topic is the life of seniors. Do you know Japan's average lifespan ranking in the world? Japan is in the first place. The Japanese average lifespan is 84 years old. Health is the most important for everyone, right? Right. Yeah. Indeed, quality of life is also increasing now. Now, I'd like to share with you 3 things about the life of seniors. First, anniversary days of elderly people. Second, seniors and technology. And third, new burial systems. Firstly, there are some popular birthday anniversaries in Japan. We use the word anniversary for elderly people's birthday. Japanese people call the 60th anniversary Kanreki. It was auspicious to live for 60 years in the past, so we have celebrated them by praying for their health and expressing our gratitude. Kanreki means rebirth. This day's theme color is red. Also, there is a tradition to give something red or chanchanko. Chanchanko is a red padded sleeveless kimono like this. it's not real. In addition, there is a 80th anniversary called Beiju. This day's theme colors are gold and yellow. Some people give something gold and yellow, such as chanchanko or rice. When we write Beiju in Japanese kanji, bei means rice. And when we divide bei into 3, it can also be read as 88 in Japanese. That's why some people give rice for the 80th anniversary. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Recently, a lot of seniors have their own cell phones because technology is becoming easy for everyone. In fact, there is a famous senior Instagrammer in Japan. This special woman is named Kimiko Nishimoto. She is 90 years old. Can you believe it? Over 200,000 people follow her Instagram. She takes a lot of pictures, including unique pictures of herself. She also uses a computer very well and edits pictures by herself. So she is a superwoman, isn't she? Yeah. Finally, let's look at another unusual aspect of senior life. The left picture is of common graves, and the right one is the newest graves. Do you ever wonder about the newest graves? I'll explain it now. Usually, there is a regular shape to graves in Japan. They are made of gray stones. Cremation is carried out in most parts of Japan. Japanese families engrave the stones with the deceased person's name. This is surprising and new. There are drive-through graves and funerals in Japan. The drive-through system is becoming more popular in big cities. This system is also barrier-free, so it's easy for everyone to access the graves. The playing style is also like drive-through. Please watch this short movie. When attendees visit there, they use a computer tablet and register their names and addresses. They take a pinch of incense and put it in their hands. There are a lot of graves in Japan. However, elevator graves are increasing now. The main reason is the lack of land. We can visit it either sunny or rainy. When we visit there, we use a card like an apartment key. Let's watch this short movie. A sensor scans the card, so it's simple and people who can enter are permitted. Surprisingly, it takes 20 seconds to bring the graves to the visitors. It's an amazing technology, isn't it? In short, the 60th anniversary and the 80th anniversary are treasured days for seniors. Technology is becoming easy for everyone, so there is an unbelievable Instagrammer like Kimiko Nishimoto. And also, unique elevator graves are increasing in Japan. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Riho, for sharing interesting life of seniors. Now, let me summarize our presentation. In conclusion, these 3 events, Coming of Age Day, weddings, and life of seniors are treasured culture from ancient generations. They are special times for our lives, and people who join this event can experience traditional clothes. We hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you for listening.